So the model of UPI, or Urban Promise International, is to find talented, passionate, entrepreneurial leaders from countries like Malawi and Uganda and Honduras who have a passion for youth and developing programs that enrich their lives spiritually, socially, academically, and recruiting those young people to come to the U.S. to study our model based in a living, breathing nonprofit in Camden, New Jersey. And then those leaders develop the skills and the vision. They're given the permission to dream. We encourage them, and then we get resources for the most promising ones and send them back, and then stand with them as they birth their dreams. So an example of this model would be a young man named Zah, who came to Urban Promise about 7 years ago. He was a graduate of the African Bible College. He didn't have anything to do after he graduated, so we brought him to the U.S. He got inspired with the Urban Promise model. He came back to Malawi and planted a dynamic ministry here in Medici. He's developed a school. He's developed after-school programs, summer camps, a girls' empowerment program. So one leader from this country came to the U.S., got inspired, has come back, and is reaching literally hundreds of kids.
I'm Nadia Vanderkeep. I'm the director of the School of Entrepreneurial Leadership for Urban Promise. My job is to run what we call the Fellowship Program, where we bring young leaders from all over the world to learn about ministry and about nonprofit leadership so that they can go back and impact their communities. We have several success stories from the Fellowship Program. One in particular is Vanessa Mangwala. She came to us 2 years ago to learn about what it would take to start a girls' empowerment program in Malawi. From her background, she just knew that the importance of girls' empowerment needed in Malawi, the importance of education, the importance of sex education, health education. So as a 21-year-old, she came to us with a vision, and she spent a year with us in Camden, articulating that vision, speaking with people, learning what it would take to run a nonprofit, and has come back to Malawi and started Voices Awake Girls Empowerment Program.
Well, we've had numerous fellows come from the country of Malawi, and they've come and they've studied in the U.S., they've been inspired, and they've come back, and they've started organizations throughout the country. So we have some work in a small village called Kanunga, just outside of Lilongwe, the capital. We have a couple of programs in Lilongwe. We have a program now in Salima, which is the Lake District. We're in southern Malawi. So again, these have all been started by young Malawian leaders.
Moved is our principal here at Rise Malawi, and he was a fellow with us 4 years ago. Moved has a passion for education, and so when he came back to Rise, he wanted to start a high school. 3 years ago, they started with just a handful of kids in grade 9. And the school has grown to include grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, and they have over 200 kids now. And they are now a national center for examinations in the town of Medici. Our ministry in another village where we have another high school, Christ Cares Ministry, was a village where there was no local school. Kids were walking 2 hours each way to go to school. And for girls, of course, a walk like that every day is super dangerous. So they started an after-school program just over the hill from this village where they would come and teach kids basic educational skills. Soon, the tribal chiefs took notice of all the great things they were doing. And then they came to our director, Peter, and offered him a piece of land if he would promise to build a high school. So the chiefs donated a piece of land. The village people came together to build the bricks and provide the windows for the school. And now we have a school block there that has over 450 kids that go to school, and including hosting the first library in that village ever.
We've had approximately 50 fellows, young leaders from different countries, come and study our model. Most of them have gone back to their own countries and are doing youth ministry in those communities now.
The whole vision behind the fellowship program is the idea that we know that countries have resources, people resources within their countries, but what they don't have are educational and monetary resources. The fellowship program is designed to find those top entrepreneurial leaders that have a vision for their communities, who want to serve and impact their communities in positive ways. So what we do is we offer this opportunity for them to come to Camden, to serve for a year or two, get the education and resources that they need so that they can go back to their own countries and start ministries like Rise Malawi or Christ Cares.
It's important for young people to have clean water because, I mean, it's vital to health. And what we found is when we tested some of the water at our different sites, we found that the water was not good for the children to be drinking. So by drilling a borehole and installing a pump, young people can come to school. They can, again, clean themselves, but they can also get hydrated and get good, fresh, clean water. One of the projects that we're currently working on is building a dormitory for girls because what we found is that a lot of the girls have to travel long distances to come to our high school. But providing a dormitory setting where these young women will have a bed, they'll get meals, but more importantly, they'll also have a place to study. You know, we have these remarkable fellows who come back and create these dynamic ministries, but what these fellows need, what these leaders need, is they need resources. And so we need people like you to consider donating, helping us with things like solar panels or purchasing fruit trees so that we could build orchards where kids can get, again, healthy food. We need books for our libraries. We need desks for our schools that are growing each year. We need snacks, healthy snacks for kids in our after-school programs. We need meals so that young people that come to our schools can get a healthy meal. We need furnishing for our new girls' dormitory. So there's a whole laundry list of things that you can do to help these leaders build these ministries that are making a tremendous impact in their community.